Hello and welcome to the demonstration of SAP Mobile Sales. Today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of sales representative's life using this new application and showing you some of the features and functionalities. So we'll start off with the user interface. So starting off there, the first screen you'll come into will be the calendar. And from the calendar you can see the information by month. You can also choose by week. And then from here you can drill down further into information about, for instance, like a meeting. This one's with Dynamic Tenity. And so you can also choose other ones on the screen and it will continue to update on the right hand side. So looking at Dynamic Tenity, you can look at the partner or the company associated with it. You have the what the meeting is about, or whether the appointment is open, the scheduled time. Then you also have, as I mentioned before, the customer information. And so you can go see what is this person's title, what is their contact information. You can also see if there's any other additional information around their address and communication. Do they have relationships with other people? Basically just dynamic. Marketing attributes, activities, leads, and so on associated with them. And so you can see you can flip back through the information. And you can see it gives you pretty much a 360-degree review of what's happening with a particular customer, with a particular meeting, and you can see it all right there. And it's pretty quick and it's pretty much at your fingertips. The other side of the UI, once you moving beyond just the calendar, is you have other functionalities out here. You can get to them all through this little menu button up here. There's analytics, there's mapping functionality, there's counts, there's contact, activities, leads, opportunities, quotations, sales orders, and you can also, which I think is neat, look at the recent items that have been processed that you have worked with in the past. And so these, it's a pretty extensive list, and so you can quickly find what you've already worked on in case you don't remember what exactly that was, or you want to get to it quickly without having to drill down through a meeting. So let's go back to the calendar, and then in the calendar, we're going to go back to our week 37. A lot of information on there, so I'm going to pull up our dynamic tenity. Okay, and so it's typical for a sales rep. What we're going to want to do is prepare for this meeting, this appointment with a customer. As part of our preparation, what we'll do is we'll come out here and we'll run a survey and basically say, okay, so what's the pre-call check with them? And so as part of the pre-call check, we're going to look and see, so is the customer a prospect, or are they an existing customer? You would handle them differently. Have you reviewed account fact sheet? And yes, we can look at that real quick. There's an account fact sheet for the customer you can download from the CRM server. And then also, basically, what kind of contact are they? Do we have any contracts in place? There's yes or no. And then what are the products? You can just easily change by, again, checking the box. Okay, in our case, there are no contracts associated with it. What kind of a sale is this? Is this for a server, Android tablets, or notebooks, or sorry, netbooks? So in this case here, it's an Android tablet. So you save. Now we've answered that information. As already mentioned, do we look at the fact sheet? And here is the fact sheet. We choose this. It's downloaded in progress for that. I already started the download to pull it down. And as I mentioned before, that'll come from the backend system. Okay. Now the other thing we're going to want to do is going to go with Michael. Now with William Lefkowitz here, we're going to want to pull up, and we're going to want to create a transaction, an activity, and an appointment. Okay, so in this appointment, what we're doing is this is a preparation appointment. So this is going to be prep for dynamic. And that's really the only thing you have to include, but you can include notes, any reports, if you wanted to. So it includes this person, William Lefkowitz, what it's about. You can include somebody else in here if you'd like, and so on. So what we're going to do now is click here, choose save. Now that's been saved, let's move off to our calendar, and we'll see it out there in our calendar for us to work with later. Okay, so those two items are done. And so now we pretty much we're ready from the point of view, ready to address, ready to talk to the customer. The only thing we have to do now is we need to, back here, choose this, choose the address, and from our location, figure out how we're going to get there. And so looking through this, what we have here is our map, and this tells us from point A to point B how we're going to get to our location. We can automatically run through this. It's pretty neat from that point of view. Okay. Back to our app. Okay. So now we've gotten our directions, we're arrived at the customer, we've walked through the information with them. One of the things we want to do is walk through walk through some of the products with them. And as part of this, we have our leads, and the lead here is this particular demo. Oops, our lead here is this particular demo. It's looking through the demo, right? There's some information around that. As we discussed before, it's tablets, and so what we'll want to show to them is we'll add some new items to the list here, and going up here, we'll do some quick search in our product list. Hit that again, so it's going to be our tablets that they're interested in. Pull that down, and so we're basically going to go into some details around, this is our Android tablet. We also have the 7-inch tablet. This is a 64 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte. They've expressed interest in both of them. And so as part of this demo that we're setting up for them, we're going to add this to cart, and we're going to order 100 of them. Okay. And now we're also going to do add items to the list. Great. So now we've added those items to the list for us, and we'll choose save. Okay, so items have been added to the list for the demo that we're going to conduct in a few weeks. Okay. And so now the few weeks have passed, and we've gone through the demo, we've worked through with them, and so now looking back at this, we're going to come back in here, we're going to choose this, dynamic meeting, as we discussed before. There's going to be this, there's going to be leads, and so from this lead, we'll create a follow-up, and there's an opportunity, and so we're going to create a description here. They liked what we showed them. That currency is going to be US dollar, and then have our items. So they added items here. We have the Android tablet, but what we're going to do, so there's only 100 piece here, which is fine. Okay, save, save. And so there we now have an opportunity associated with this. And so we've gone through the process of setting up the opportunity. We've gone through the process of having a meeting with the customer. Now we can come out here, we can look at the opportunities associated with this. Here's a dynamic tablets one. So it's already set up for us there. We can come out here, we can choose this, and now we can create another follow-up. And now, based upon this, we're going to create a quotation. The opportunity hasn't been processed yet, which is fine. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll move back one level here, and what we'll do, choose another opportunity. This is $1 million opportunity for us, and what we'll do is we'll put this, create a follow-up to a quotation. So this quotation here, again, with our tablets. And we can see items associated with this. Tablets, add to cart, and they upped it from 100 to 10,000 pieces. Do this, add items, save items. We can put in notes around here if we'd like to. And the 7 C's exploration, if this is going to, would you save? Cool. And now we've been able to process the information we have associated with this. So we've gone through the process of doing an opportunity, a lead to an opportunity, opportunity to a quote. Come back here. And now what we want to do, because we've been successful and we've actually been able to run through a lot of information, a lot of work with our customer rather quickly, what we can do is come back here to our map. Again, we're looking here, but what we can do is zoom out. Customer is actually located over here. Zoom in. And we can see what other customers are nearby. Maybe we can stop by, give them each a call, and from here we can choose, there's dynamic, and then what we can do is choose this guy here, choose information, we can give them a call right from here and see, hey, is it okay if I stop by? And we can chat about what's going on lately and see where we go from there. And so basically it's been very efficient use of the salesperson's time. Again, we can swipe that back. and we can go back to our calendar and see what else we have going on this week. Thank you very much for your time.